Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 5, I think, of my glow up series. This has been the hardest section to film logistically and emotionally because I haven't really had a lot of experience talking about this stuff online. This episode is about my mental health. It's kind of hard to talk about when you're not actively feeling it. I can talk about being depressed when I'm not depressed, but it's more of how I think it's hard to explain when you're not in it. And I kind of had to wait for a time where I was in it, but not in too much of a funk to be able to talk about it. I'm kind of in that awkward in between where I'm functional enough to iterate it, but I'm also depressed enough. I hate saying that. I'm feeling it enough to be able to accurately describe it. Right now, I'm feeling a lot of depression. I mean, just being frank, a lot of depression and anxiety, and I've been dealing with that for 4 years-ish now, so it's been a while. I don't really know myself not being depressed anymore. It's just kind of been life. That's just how it is. That's how it be sometimes. But I'm just kind of not, I know I can't just cure it magically in a YouTube video, but I do want to try and make myself happier and have that happiness come from within and not from other people, which I'll get into more later on as to the sources of this right now. I guess the main thing is I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. I constantly in flux in my emotions. I go back and forth between feeling amazing and being, how could I ever be depressed? But also there are times where I'm just what is happiness? I don't remember what it feels like. It's just this pit where I lose the ability to feel emotions, especially empathy, which is rough. Because I, as a person, take out all mental illness, I'm an empath. It's my personality. I love caring for other people, but when I'm so deeply just numb, it is just impossible for me to feel for someone else. Because I can't even feel for myself. How am I supposed to feel for other people? Which makes me come off really mean, really negative and aggressive, and which is, not tea, because I think I'm a nice person, but it's just there's this wall. But that about the relationships kind of gets into why I need to be able to get happiness from myself, because if I can get happiness from myself, it'll make it a lot easier for me to build these friendships and these relationships that can also help to make me feel better as a person and more valuable. But again, my worth has to come from myself and not from any external factors. So I guess the main coping strategies that I'm going to hopefully be utilizing is 1, making a self-care kit. This should hopefully appeal to all 5 of my senses. I really want to get back into journaling. I've done this off and on for a very long time. I actually have my journal right here. The journal that you see in pretty much all my videos is kind of an all-purpose bullet journal, and there's a lot of entries in there. And also I have a gratitude journal that I'm trying to fill out after I journal. So if I have a really bad day, I'll write a journal entry that's usually pretty negative, and I don't want to go to sleep feeling that negative emotion from reflecting on my day, the bad parts of my day. I instead want to write my gratitude, all the things I'm thankful for, all the things I was happy about today, so then I can go to sleep with that positive mindset instead. I also really want to restart meditating. I've done this a little bit off and on. I have a salt lamp, which sounds really awful, but I have a salt lamp, it's so relaxing. But really, I have a decent atmosphere for meditation. With that, with some self-care and just some TLC and just some patience with myself. I'm really excited, so stay tuned. So, hi, I look like a mess, but today was just a really bad day. I guess now is going to be a really good time to start working on those things. Hopefully I'll also remember to tell you about the good days, and maybe we'll see progress from how I handle this, because all I've really been doing since I've been home is just sitting.
Hey, so I'm editing, and I just realized that was way too sad, so here's a little interlude. That was a lot, and it's gonna get sad again after. Sorry, this is a rough video.
This is real self-care. Oh. Anyone else love the feeling of new peanut butter? I don't know. I think that might just be me, but oh man. Hi, this is a really weird vlog. I'm not naked, I'm wearing a towel. But it's the day after yesterday, it's the next day. and I don't necessarily feel better, but I don't feel as bad. I guess it would mean I feel better. I don't feel happier, but I feel less sad and more just like numb, but it's not like depressed numb, it's like upset numb. It's very different, and that means it'll hopefully pass. I just want to give a little update on how I'm feeling while I'm almost naked. So
tu as peur de moi parce que chaque fois je te regarde, je vois ton vrai toi, ton toi, toutes les choses que tu caches. Tu as peur de moi parce que t'as beau porter ton masque, j'en ai déjà vu 1000 comme ça, en dessous j'y passe mes doigts. On soit pas surpris, non, sois pas surpris, quand ils veulent que je souris, c'est toi qui me dis c'est la vie. On soit pas surpris, non, sois pas surpris.
hi, since this is a mental health video and I haven't done a lot of actually showing what I do, I wanted to give a quick little guide to how I take time for myself and just kind of get more zen, I guess. This sounds really tacky, but I talked about journaling earlier, so I have my journals with me, and I'm gonna be meditating, which is weird because I have a camera in front of me, which is gonna be kind of like a learning curve. But I'm gonna try my best to walk you through how I meditate. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna meditate. This is kind of funky, we'll see what happens.
So there's definitely no right or wrong way to meditate, but what I like to do is basically go through all my senses. What can I feel? What can I smell? What can I taste? What can I hear? And I try and go through them as detailed as possible, noticing any pressure, like in my clothes or whatever. Here, I'm basically just journaling. And this isn't super exciting, but every day I like to monitor my depression, anxiety, and just write about my day. It just makes me feel a little bit better. But sometimes this can get a little bit negative. So, in just a second, I'll wait. I switch over to my gratitude journal, where I just write down a few things that I'm grateful for. I don't really make myself write a certain amount.
So right now I'm honestly just kind of in a self-care mood, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this time to put together my self-care kit in this basket. I go to therapy, and I've actually talked to my therapist a lot about this. So what she suggests is that your self-care kit and contains something to please every sense. You get this like kind of shot of dopamine from like whatever you decide to use in the box. If it's a really bad day, all of them all at once. I have gathered the items I've chosen for now. These probably change, and I'll definitely add things to this over time. Like, you don't just have to have one item for each sense. Like, if you have a bunch of things that you really like the sound of, put them all in there. Like, you don't have to just like pick one. Like, it's really just, it's personal. It's just to help you out. There's no rules. The first one is the cutest one. It's this little squishy. It's for touch just because it's so like, it's such a good squishy. It's a really good stress toy. Now I keep squishing it. I need to put it away. Next is smell. I have this pillow mist from Bath & Body Works, and it's like the aromatherapy sleep. I have a long story behind this. When I was a kid, my parents used to use this scent as a bad dream spray because I was really like prone to nightmares. So they'd spray it on my pillow and they'd say if it's there, then I can't have any nightmares. And it worked because placebo effect. So I do still use it to sleep sometimes, and I just find it really relaxing because it is lavender vanilla, which is just really soothing to like anxiety. For hearing, I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this, but I have the 5 Things of Summer Somewhere New CD. I have a whole bunch of 5 Things of Summer CDs that I think I might just throw in. The last one is definitely temporary. This is a scrapbook. It's not mine. This belongs to my girlfriend. I made it for Shannon for Christmas, and then I got it back. We're not gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna eventually give it back to her, and I plan on adding to it, so it's kind of like a touch thing because I can use it as a hobby. So I'm just gonna put all these in my little basket. It's gonna be so cute. All in all, with doing all this stuff, even if it's just for a video, I do feel a lot better. This whole series really has been the mental health glow up for me because it's just forced me to like get over if I'm upset about something, because I have to go home and make this big thing that I want to be super proud of.
So thank you for helping me with my mental health glow up. No matter how many face masks you do, or how many self-care kits you make, how many squishies you squish, you can't just magically cure your depression or anxiety. It won't just happen from one night where you meditate and write in a journal and write down all your gratitudes. It's just not how it works. But it can take the edge off. I really think it's important to A, talk about mental health, and B, give good strategies for coping and not continue with this taboo of, well, everyone in your generation has anxiety, like, get over it, it's just stress, because it's not. So I just think openness is really gonna be a big goal for me, and I want it to be a big goal for everyone. I hope to continue talking about this because I think it's really, really important to just make it, like, acceptable. We need to make mental illness acceptable. I really hope you liked this episode, kind of an anticlimactic ending, but I think this is the most important glow up. But thank you so much for watching this series. If you haven't seen all the other episodes, please make sure to check them out. They should all be linked in the description down below, and if not, they're in the card, and if not, they're on my channel. Subscribe while you're at it if you feel like it. Only subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for tagging along in this glow up with me. Bye-bye.